Hi, good morning to all. This is Subhashri from SNSCT, Department of Computer Science. We are going to see about the data models. So, what is a data model? A set of concepts to describe the structure of a database and certain constraints that the database should obey. So, what is the data model operations? So, it specifies the database retrievals and updates by referring to the concepts of the data model. Operations on the data model may include basic operations and user defined operations too. So it can be divided into conceptual, physical, and implementation level. So we are going to see about the conceptual, that is high level semantic data models. It provides the concepts that are close to the way many users perceive data. So we have to calculate the entity based or object based data models here. Then this is a physical level, that is a low level or internal level data models, which provides the data insights, provides concepts that describe details of how data is stored in the computer. Then the implementation level, which is a representational data. So it is a data model that provides the concepts that fall between the above two, balancing user views with some computer storage details too. That is, it is a median between a conceptual and a physical level data models. So history of the data models. First, it can be subdivided into relational model, network model, hierarchical data model, etc. So what is the relational model? The proposed system in 1970 by E.F. Quad, first commercial system in 1981 to 82. Now in several commercial products, it have been commercialized into Database 2, Oracle, SQL Server, Sybase, Informix, Informatica, and so on. The Honeywell in 1964 to 65 adopted heavily due to the support by Quadazil, that is later implemented in a large variety of systems. Then comes to hierarchical data model. It is implemented in a joint effort by IBM and North American Rockwell around 1965. Then comes history of the data models. So object oriented data model and object relational data models too are there. Several models have been proposed for implementing in a database system. One set comprises models of persistent O2O programming languages such as C++, example in object store or Wissant. So what is the object relational models? Most recent trend started with Informix Universal Server, exemplified in the latest versions of Oracle 10i, DB2 and SQL Server System, etc. So we are going to see about the hierarchical model here. So what is a hierarchical model? Hierarchical model in the sense it is a tree structure. So what is the advantages? Hierarchical model is simple to construct and operate on, corresponds to a number of natural hierarchical organized domains. For example, assemblies in manufacturing, personal organization in companies. Language is simple, uses constructs like get unique, get next with parent, etc. For example, we can add some variety of data. From the data, we can retrieve more information about that particular data. For example, if there is a date of birth, we can retrieve the information like age and how many years of birth they have been traveled through. Those data can be retrieved. So what is the disadvantages? Navigational and procedural nature of processing. Database which is visualized as a linear arrangement of records. Linear arrangement in the sense the data are in the sequential manner. The next 1, 2, 3, 4 in the order. It can be in an alphabetical order, or else if it is a number, it will be in ascending order, it will be order descending order. So little scope for query optimization is there. So what is an optimization? A perfect solution, that is a reducing time, or time consumption will be less and it is more efficient. So next comes the network model. So what is network model advantages? Network model is able to model complex relationships and represent semantics of add or delete on the relationships, can handle most situations for modeling using record types and relational types. So language is navigational. Uses constructs like find member, find owner, find next with inset, get, etc. Programmers can do optimal navigation through the database here. So optimal navigation in the sense which is more efficient, which how to travel through the data to retrieve those data, how to manipulate the data in an efficient way to access those data. Both the programmers and users and database administrators will use the efficient way. That is the process of network model. So what is the next disadvantage? Navigational and procedural nature of processing. Because navigation takes some time, database contains a complex array of pointers also. The address of some pointers will show the address of others. So the sequential data cannot be stored in the same process thread through a set of records. So what is we are going to see about schema and instance. What is a schema? The structure of a table. We can easily simply say it is a structure of a table. Schema versus instance. So instance in the sense, it is a instantity of a data retrieval, data manipulation, or a table after each and every updation. So we can see database schema, schema diagram, schema construct, database instance here. So what is a database schema? The description of a database. That is in a table format. Either it can be in a row format or a table format. Includes descriptions of a database structures and the constraints it should hold on a database. So what is a schema diagram? A diagrammatic representation of a database schema. That is a table format. It will show a table format as rows and columns. So what is a schema construct? A component of the schema or an object within the schema. So by using that object, we can retrieve all the information from the database. For example, if there is a student database, we can retrieve all the information like roll number, his name, his register number, then his age, then his address, his parents' contact number, the parents' father's name or a mother's name. So we can retrieve all the information by using a key on an object like a student. So what is a database instance? The actual data which is stored in the database at a particular moment is called as a database instance, also called database state or an occurrence. So database schema versus database state. Database state in the sense, it refers to the content of a database at a moment of time. That is an instant structure of a table. If after each and every manipulation, after each and every updation of a data, there will be an instant. That is known as a database instance state. What is the initial database state? It refers to the database when it is loaded. Once it is loaded, we see a database structure, that is the initial database state. Valid state in the sense, it satisfies the structure and constraints of the database. What is meant by a distinction? The database schema that changes very infrequently. There is no differentiation in a particular data. There is no updation in a particular data. It is neither updated nor it is manipulated. That data is called as database state. Okay, that is known as a database distinction state. Schema is also called intention. Intention, whereas the state is called extension. Schema is known as an intention, whereas the state is called as an extension. Okay, next comes, okay, we'll see in the next class. Thank you.